Hey guys, it's Jackie Spain, your North Carolina and South Carolina Realtor. And I'm here to say there's a lot of noise out there right now going on in the media about the housing market. And you've probably seen headlines about price drops, the Feds, rates, recessions. And maybe you're wondering, like, is now the time to buy? Should I wait? Is my value of my home decreasing? Let's be clear and get the confusion out today, because the truth looks very different than what the media is putting out there. And I have all my notes here, so I'm gonna keep looking at them, make sure I get all the facts and all the data to you. So let's first talk about inventory. So across the country, we've now had 5 straight months where there's active listings over 1 million, and that's the highest level since 2019. And this means there's finally more to choose from, but with more homes hitting the market, sellers are realizing that they can't price like it's 2021 anymore. Now again, pricing the home correctly at first is a huge thing. And then pairing it with great marketing and really seeing your realtor what they do for marketing and like how many views they're getting on their page, how many people it's going out to, those kind of things. And then here's something people miss is home prices are still growing. No one talks about that. They just talk about rates. So it's just at a slower and a healthier pace. And some areas are up where others are kind of leveling off. So it really depends where you are. But the big picture here is the market is normalizing. And think of it like this, instead of 0 to 100, in 2 seconds, like we saw a few years ago, we all know when, we're finally cruising at a steady speed. And this is sustainable and it's healthy, and that's what long-term stability looks like. So it's a good thing. Now let's talk about what everybody really likes to talk about, is the rates. So here's the thing, the Feds don't set mortgage rates, but they adjust the federal funds rates, and that influence how the economy behaves. So they have 2 goals, and the 2 things are price stability and jobs. And right now inflation is cooling and unemployment is steady, and we're even seeing job growth start to slow. And this means the Feds have already begun its rate cutting cycle. So that's a fancy way of saying we're likely to see mortgage rates continue easing as we move into 2026. But the forecasts are only really showing from Fannie Mae and others that they're predicting rates could dip into the low 6s and maybe even the high 5s next year. And that's a big deal for affordability, demand, and overall buyer confidence. But to me, that's not a drastic change from what it is now. Okay, so what does that mean for you? So more inventory, softer prices, slightly lower rates, and that combination is creating a gentle tailwind for buyers and sellers heading into 2026. Experts expect home sales to rise from 4.8 million this year to 5.2 million next year. And that's a big signal that momentum is building again. And here's the reality. When rates drop even a little, buyer demand spike. And we already saw this in September when rates dropped, like applications were going through the roof, pre-approvals jumped, and people started moving again. So if you're a buyer, be ready before everyone else jumps in. I mean, I can't stress this enough. And if you're a seller, position yourself now, because if there's gonna be that many million more listings coming up in 2026, why not stay on the market now or list now? People still need to buy in the holidays. I actually just went through a bunch of my closing dates from the previous years, and I actually had a lot of closings in November. So just something to think about, but I'll leave you with this. So most agents know what's happening, okay? And good agents understand what's happening, but great agents, they can explain what's happening. And that's why I share this, because I want you to have clarity, confidence, and a plan. If you're thinking about making a move in the next 6 months, whether buying, selling, or investing, let's connect. I'm not pushy. I will get you. I want you to have a plan. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to know what your monthly payment's going to be. Is that okay? Just because you're pre-approved for like a $500,000 home, do you really know what that's going to be a payment monthly? Like, I am here to make you as comfortable and happy as possible. And let's get you prepared for what's next. And this market isn't crashing, it's shifting, and the opportunity is right around the corner. So I'm Jackie Spain, your Lake Norman and Charlotte, South Carolina Realtor. See, I get all excited and I get all passionate that's why I need my list to keep me on track. Sorry, but I'm Jackie Spain, your Lake Norman, Charlotte, South Carolina, North Carolina Realtor. I'm helping you move with confidence, and I hope to talk with you soon whenever you need your help. So I am here, and my phone number is up above right here. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to start doing these more often. And I'm also going to have just a bunch of videos of neighborhoods and stuff in the area. So hope to see you soon.